Recording has started. Okay, so for automatic payment system, to go to /NSPRO, okay, SAP reference IMG, then you have to go to financial accounting, okay, and in financial accounting, you go to accounts payable, account receivable, no, go to accounts, okay, account receivable, accounts payable, business transactions, okay, so outgoing payments related to vendor, okay, we are initially we're doing manual outgoing payments, now it is outgoing payments, global settings, okay, additional information, display key, IMG activity, okay. Global settings. No, this is not the one. This one, automatic outgoing payments. Okay, and payment method, bank selection, payment program. So you will get a screen like this. So recording happening. Yeah. So you will get a screen like this. Okay. What is the transaction code? FBZP. Okay. So the thing is that if you go through this, what is called through these steps, it will create very confusion. This portion is very confusing, right? So you don't go by path, use this transaction code FBZP. So /n FBZP. If you go through this transaction code, things will become easier. So for automatic payment, you have 6 steps. 2 related to company code, 2 related to payment method, 2 related to bank. So in interview or in certification, you will find this automatic payment system. You will get questions. If you do, I don't know whether you appear for certification or not by this time. So you must certification questions will come, interview also, because automatic payment system is used universally, because companies using SAP is not a small company, all big companies, so they have huge amount to pay, lot of vendors to pay, so they will never go for the manual. It will always be automatic payment system. So the first 2 steps related to company code. So click here. I'm not going to configure anymore because it's already been configured, right? First is all company code. This is the first step. You have to click new entries and you have to create like this. Okay. But since I have already created it for other classes, so I will go to position and select the company code 3501, enter. So you can see here what I have done. First you have to enter your company code, then sending company code. Which company is sending? Okay, this company 3501. Now paying company code 6. Sending company code and paying company code can be different. Sending company code, the company that has sent the invoice. At pending company, paying company can be different. If it is subsidiary companies, then maybe the parent company is paying on behalf of the subsidiary company. Okay, but 90%, 99% of the cases, it never happens. Only the same sending company will have to pay. Clear?
Okay.
Now, if you have separate payment per business area, you know what is business area? The place of business. So if the vendor is providing service to number of business places, areas or place, whatever you say, and they are sending multiple invoice, okay, not a consolidated one, multiple, and in that case you need to pay multiple multiple times to the on the basis of the invoice they have given. So six invoices, six payments. Only that case you will have to select this separate payment per business area. Otherwise it will remain blank. Okay.
Okay.
Now special GL indicators. Have you gone through advance payment?
No.
How come? Advance payment is already done. Anyway, you check, we have already done the advance payment. Down
Okay.
payment, down payment.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Down payment. Yeah.
That is down payment. So A and F. A is for down payment and F for down payment requests. This indicates the GL, this indicates the actual payment. So A and F should come here. Okay. Then
Okay.
special GL transaction exception list if there is any kind of exceptions. It can be so same will be AF. For customers, normally automatic payment system will not work. Means it's not, it will only will able to get the, send a request, advance request. You can ask the customer to pay the advance, nothing else. But this will not work because 90% of cases only the vendors are paid through automatic payment. Even though I have kept A for customer, A means for D, A is here it is down payment. Okay, down payment. Okay, not F because down payment request is within the organization. So only A for customer. This is the first step. Save it. Go to own request. Clear on this?
Yeah.
This is not tolerances. You can read their maximum discount if there is any discount, cash discount and tolerances. Okay, come out of this. Next is this is all company codes. Next is paying company codes. In the paying company codes, you will see in the back end what you see. Paying company code, maximum, minimum, all these things will come. So you go to new entries and you have to create. In our case, the paying company code is 3501. So go to position, take 3501, continue. So you can see here the company code has appeared. Okay. So minimum amount for incoming payment is, I have given 1 rupee. Minimum payment of outgoing pay, incoming means from customer or outgoing to vendor. 1 rupee I have given. But in real time, it will not be one time because it depends upon the international payment. In India, we have the RTGS, NEFT option. So RTGS, there must be a minimum threshold about 2.5 lakhs, something like that. Then you can do RTGS, right? So this minimum and this minimum for incoming and the minimum for outgoing, it depends upon the country to country. What is the minimum threshold for their payment? So that you have to find it out and then. But here for learning purpose, I kept 1 rupee. Okay. If there is any
So
extra,
so so what? Who decides that amount, Pinto?
Government of India,
Okay.
the Reserve Bank
Okay.
guidelines that this amount you have to, if you want to pay, you have to do the RTGS.
Okay.
Okay. Or less than that is NEFT because RTGS being there is a bank charges attached to it. Okay. Now
So there are two things, right? NEFT and RTGS, right?
in
So but
India we
this
have
one,
NEFT. Normally we do bank transfer NEFT, small amount. But if the amount is huge, then it falls under RTGS. Then we have the IMPS system also. IMPS means instant transfer. Okay. For that bank charges you.
But in this one, we are not telling if it's NF in
No, this is not the area where we should mention. This is the area we are on the basis of those, keeping those things in mind, you have to mention the minimum for incoming and minimum for outgoing. Okay? Keeping those things in mind. Okay? Now the forms. If you come to the forms, we'll able to see the this is the advice. One will go to the vendor, one will go to the bank. Bank will pay, a vendor will see what their payment received. So if you go here, I have taken this one as the international one. This one. Okay. Clear on this?
yeah.
Okay.
So what if the for learning purposes, right? What if any EFT is like 10,000 rupees, but then the RTGS is like 1 lakh, right? Pinto? So how do we get to decide which one? What is the amount will be?
Company?
Yeah. So let's say that
Company amount, if it is, it decide by the company, the for this amount we'll go for RTGS, this amount will go for NEFT. Company decides that. Okay.
okay.
So now we are done with these two options. These two. Now comes the payment method. Payment method in country. If you click here, you will find different countries with different payment method. Okay. You can create here. There are option for creation. You can create here. So if you go to India specific, see payment method. A lot of people have created payment method. Okay. You can see here somebody created NEFT. Okay. You have to create that. Okay. Then this is all created. Auto payment method, my auto payment, these have been created. Okay, somebody made it payment method in India, all created. So you can see there is no standard I find, because it all depends. E bank transfer, G, you can see a bank transfer using IMPS. Okay, online payment, I have created online payment. Okay, online payment, you can see bank transfer, all these things. Okay, bank transfer, RTGS. Okay, in our case it's I have used it. You can create a new entries, and you can create your payment method. See, in this case, yes, I have used this, what is called the I have created actually. Yeah, double click on this line, you will be able to see country India, payment method I have given a escape online payment, outgoing payments, only for outgoing payments. Either you have to choose between one and any one, two you cannot choose. Okay, outgoing payment, selected bank transfer. Okay, these are in some country post office have also the mention, and then I mentioned here bank details, account number required. Okay, and document type payment will be ZP. Normally for vendor invoice payment it is KZ, but in outgoing payment you will use ZP.
That
To,
P is not provided by SAP, right, Pinto?
yeah, it is ZP payment posting.
That is provided by SAP.
Yes, ZP.
Okay.
So you can distinguish between your manual payment and your automatic payment. Okay, manual payment is KZ and automatic payment is ZP. And then you save it. Okay, and then if you after this go to currency, this is done. Next is currencies allowed. See, in this case I have taken the INR, Indian currency. So in the list you can enter those currencies that are permitted for payment. So if you have multiple currencies, USD, euros, then you can mention lines are there. In case if you keep it blank, in case if you don't mention currency, then what will happen? Leaving the table empty will mean that all currencies are permitted. Okay. If you keep it blank, all currencies will be allowed. But if you mention INR, then only INR will be allowed. Okay. Clear on this point?
Yeah. Suppose if you have to make a payment to somebody in Europe, right? Into
You have to
so we have
mention
to
here
mention.
euro.
Okay.
New entries option is here. You have to mention euro. Then only INR euro will be acceptable in this configuration. If you leave it blank, all currencies will be permitted.
Okay.
Okay. Permitted destinations, in my case, is domestic vendors who have taken India. IN. So only Indian vendors will be paid from this configuration. If you keep it blank, so all type of vendors will be allowed. Only there's some restriction in European Union that will come into effect. Otherwise, all countries you can pay. Okay. This is not required. Let's go back. Yeah, save the changes.
So, Pinto, what if this is for outgoing payments, right? So, what if the vendor bills you in euro? Do you still pay him in Indian rupees then?
No, no, it will be paid in euros only. You go to Indian options. You can see here a lot of options. I'll show you that point as I'm not come here. Okay, see that is why it is there. IBAN is there, SWIFT code is there for foreign payments.
Okay.
Okay, all are there available. Then is payment method in company code. Now we have mentioned you have to mention the payment method that you have configured in the previous step. So in our case, the company code will be, you can go to new entries and you can add your paying company code, payment method, minimum maximum amount, and then you can save it. In our case, it is 3501 because you have to also mention the system that this payment method I am following. So in this, there are two payment methods is followed. One is B, my auto pay method, and online payment. I have created this. So that is why under this we have two payment method. You can have multiple payment method. These lines will remain blank. Huh? Only once it will appear, rest whatever payment amount will come one by one. Okay.
Okay.
So four steps we have been done with for automatic payment system. Okay. And so now there are two options. One is bank determination, one is house bank. Okay, don't go to bank determination first. First go to house bank. Remember the house bank has to be configured before you do the automatic payment system. Right? I have already shown you how to create the house bank. So if you go to position and company code 3501, enter, you select here and double click on the house bank, you will be able to see the house bank. All many companies. So this bank we're using, Yes Bank at the moment. It's got the house bank. So many house banks are there. Okay, if you click this bank and then you click on bank accounts, it will read access only. It will take you to Fiori to create the bank account. Once your bank account is okay, then you will be able to see the bank account here. So house bank has to be configured first before you go to uh, automatic payment system. This is under bank configuration. Okay. Now you can go to bank determination. So the sixth to fifth now. Bank determination. In the bank determination, you have to first, there is no new entry option. It will show here automatically. So go to position and select your paying company code 3501. 3501, select it and do the ranking order. Means if you pay which bank will come first. So in our case, we have only yes bank we have configured. So if the system will go first for auto payment, this is not created by me, it's come automatically. This online payment I. If you want to add more banks, you can add. System will first hit the first ranking, then second ranking, then third ranking, like this. So you have to rank your order of payment. Next is, if you select here, you have to click here, you have to mention the bank account. Okay, bank's account means GL account. GL, where it's going to enter. So in this case, it's 101 means outgoing payment. 100 is the main bank. 101 is the outgoing payment. 102 is the incoming payment. So the logic is 0, 1 and 2. The last digit will be 0 for main bank. The last digit for outgoing payment is 1, and last digit for incoming is 2. 102. Okay, so it can be, I have given 3 digit, it can be 4 digit also, 4001 or 4 lakhs 1, 5 lakhs 1, 5 lakhs 501. Okay, so and the business area, if you want to give the business area, it will come automatically. Now select this, no need to do this, go to available amounts. You have to provide the sufficient amount in the bank or and also in the system, so that you will able to give the automatic payments. Okay, then if you go to value date, the value date, it's nothing, it only give the payment method, house bank, this is the account ID, amount limit, nothing is the day. If you want to give value date, you can give, otherwise leave it blank. And this is expense charges, any charges involved with the payment, it will show here, come here. Okay, amount limit for charges and everything. So I have now left it blank because it's no use at the moment. So this is how you do the bank determination. So first, 6 step using transaction code /n FBZP. Okay, FBZP is a transaction code, will make it easier. You will land up two steps for company code, 2 steps for payment method, 2 steps for banking. So with 6 steps you configure the automatic payment program. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, now you have to do a quick configuration. If you have already have a vendor, you have to check what is the payment method is mentioned in the vendor. So in our case, the vendor is 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, supplier number 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So you can see the test vendor. Double click on the test vendor. Okay, and remember, you have to give the bank details, because when you're going to automatic payment, from money from your bank will go into the vendor's bank. So it's a mandatory that you should mention the bank details of the vendor whom you are be paying on, bank details of the vendor whom you are going to pay the run the automatic payment system. Okay, then you need to do another configuration. So first we have to change this role. uh, Standard vendor. Okay, now go to company code. Okay, in the company code you have already mentioned, now this is the vendor payment transactions. In the this is the payment terms 1001, and here you have to mention the payment method that you are going to apply for this vendor. In our case, we are applying I, means online payment, and your house bank should be mentioned here. Okay,
Yeah.
this has to be done first. So that is a prerequisite. Prerequisite is your house bank should be created, and you should mention in the vendor configuration that this is the payment method through which you are going to pay the vendor and from which house bank. Clear? Okay.
Yeah.
Now you are going to run the automatic payment system. Remember, when you're paying the vendor, we are using the transaction code /n uh, F-53 for automatic payment. Not for automatic payment, for manual outgoing payment. But in case of automatic payment, you have to use a transaction code /n F110. You will get automatic payment transaction system here. Okay, now you have to enter the run date. Suppose you are there is no entry today, so you can take let us take run date is the previous run date 24, or you can take 23. Let's see whether we can run it or not. 23.09.25 run date. Identification number. How we are going to identify this run? You can write like this. A, B, C, 1. Now first you have to go to parameters. Okay, now you can see here document entered up to, posting date is this, document entered up to, I am making it 25.09.2025. Okay, then company code, your company code is 3501. Then comes the payment method. The payment method that you are going in is I. To select I, this one, online payment. Select it, arrow, you have to bring it this side. Select it and continue. Now next payment run, who is going to do it? Next payment run means 23rd October dot 2025. Normally every month you run the payment run. Now the supply, if you know the all the how many hundreds of suppliers, give the range from this to this. Okay, in our case we will have only one supplier, so giving only that supplier number. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. You can create multiple vendors and multiple, what is called, multiple vendors and multiple transactions. Then you will have a lot of data for that. Then first, after entering all this, first you have to save. It will give it is a past date, so no problem, enter. Okay, details have been saved. Once details have been saved, go to status. So parameters have been entered, green will come. Okay, then you go and do the first P is over, first P parameter. Second P is proposal. Proposal means when you are going to start the payment run. Okay, let us take start date is today, payment run. Start immediately, continue. Proposal is running, click on status. So proposal has been created. Now you have to go and check the what payments that you are going to pay. Edit proposal, all accounting clerks, continue. Let's see how many entries here. It is showing red. If you click here, you will find so many entries that you are going to pass. Okay, but why red? Because here it is showing no valid payment method found. So you can do here reallocate, and you can give the payment method. I, house bank, YES.
And
Okay,
this should be automatically picked up, right? Pin to sorry, when
because on the time of making this entry, they have not mentioned the payment, all these things. YES. At the time of posting the invoice, the user must have forgot to enter the payment method in the system. So that is why it is throwing error. Okay, so it is done now. See, it is clear now. Now let us go to the next entry. Okay, reallocate. What is it saying? What is the problem with this A1? Let's see. Okay, So this vendor is having, okay, okay, new payment, continue. So this is okay. Next error, no valid payment method found. Reallocate, new payment. So payment method will be I and house bank, yes, yes, continue. So this has been, error has been solved. Next, again, what is the problem? No valid payment method found. Okay, reallocate. Okay, how much is the amount? Okay, we'll only take this one. New payment. Payment method is I. House bank, yes. Don't think everything will be ready. The end users are there to make mistakes. Okay,
Okay.
continue. So this has been solved. Next one. What is the problem? No valid payment method found. Okay, reallocate. Okay, new payment. So payment method is uh, I, I, and house bank is yes. Okay, house bank is yes, yes. Continue. So now everything is done with. You can save it. Okay, changes have been saved. Now you come out. Okay, see, everything has become green. All this. Okay, again go back, come out. See, payment proposal have been edited. Display proposal, you can see the proposal. Then what is wrong with this one? There's nothing here anyway. Let's see. So now first parameters, then proposal, now payment run. Start immediately, enter. Payment is running. Okay, enter. Okay, go to status. Now we can see posting orders 4 generated, 4 completed. Okay, have been read. Okay, now go and do the payment. So now the payment has been initiated. Okay, clear? Now you go back, go to edit, go to payment, and go to payment list. This program will come. Continue. So you can see the automatic payment has been done, and this is the report, payment list. Clear?
Yeah.
So this is the payment list. Clear on this?
Yeah.
So we close for today. Okay.
Yes.
Tomorrow,
Yeah.
please don't join. Join on Friday. Friday, I will start with the asset. Okay.
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 See,
Can you
see.
send the recording, Pinto?
Yeah, I'll send it. I'll send it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Join.
Yeah. Bye.
Same link to be followed. Huh? Okay.